Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Spooky Lechuga. Today I wanted to talk about a cheater problem, but first I just wanted to thank all of you. My videos have been kind of hitting the algorithm a bit more, so that means more of y'all are clicking on everything, and it's just been kind of a nice thing to see, you know, people are enjoying my content. So if you do, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about, this kind of video, because it is something outside of the norm of what I would normally do. Currently I'm sick, so I wanted to do something and just kind of see if this is, interesting. Start conversation in the comments and just kind of either debate or just talk about current issues in the game. But anyways, let's get on with it. So we have a cheater problem right now in Delta Force Operations. I can't speak for Warfare because I do not play Warfare, but in Operations right now on Easy, we're seeing a few of the same names cheating currently. It's really annoying. The ones that come to mind specifically for me, probably because of my servers, is 7 Rain, 8 Rain, Salty Express, several different names. There's a few that are definitely just like Chinese letters and they have like numbers in it and stuff, and then you can always tell, they've either speed hacked or whatever. But we have this problem and it's getting worse. All right, it's affecting the new players who want to play the game and learn it, and then it's affecting us who are in normals in Space City, other places, right? And so really what we really need to do is get a solution to this. We're also seeing an uptick in carry services, which is insane. Today in global chat, all I saw was the same 6 or 7 accounts spamming, hey, go to this Discord and add somebody and whatever. And like, there's people who are like trying to put websites and like, hey, use this discount code or whatever, and it's really frustrating. Like, you're ruining the game for the rest of us, but either way, I digress. We needed to be doing something about this. So my temporary band-aid solution to that would be to give it the CSGO/CS2 treatment, which is, hey, spend 20 or 30 bucks to get into a premium status, and then that status allows you to only matchmake with other players who are also on the premium status. That would make it to where, unfortunately, free-to-play players would be stuck with like mostly more cheaters, because they're not going to want to spend that money. Maybe also alienate or limit cheaters or free-to-play players to normals only, so when hard mode comes out, that's kind of like a premium status only type thing. I don't know, but I think that might be a little temporary solution for now, where, okay, if someone wants to cheat and they have that status, well, then they're gonna have to pay that extra 20-30 bucks on another account to do it again. And it's not the most sustainable thing in the world, but it would be something a little better than what's happening right now, where it just feels like the same people aren't getting banned, and it's a problem, because we look at, basically, I think another problem that we're having with this cheater issue is that there's a lot of bad players making false flags, right? And that's a controversial thing to say, but it's kind of true. I've been watching all these people say, oh my gosh, cheater this, cheater that, in chat, and I'll look at their operations KD, I'll look at their extraction rate, their profit loss, everything, and it's like they don't know how to play the game at all. They don't understand how they were heard or how they were seen. This game is very sound heavy. This game is very ability heavy. You have to use everything in your arsenal to make things work. There's also a lot of angles that a lot of the newer players don't know about, and it's unfortunate, but like, these players that aren't very good, or they just don't know what's happening or how they died, you're clogging up the system with complaints. So this is gonna be me just being honest with you guys. If you were not a player who was above 1.0 KD, you don't get above like a 50 or 60% extraction rate, and you have a really tough time with the game, you need to analyze yourself. You need to analyze your own gameplay. You need to see, why do I feel like this, right? Why am I making these plays like this? Analyze your own gameplay. If you need to, record. See how you could have purposely played that so much better. Or, you know, I do it all the time. I have plays. I still learn from my own gameplay. I still have to look back and say, hey, honestly, what I could have done with that team, I could have flanked around while you two were fighting them because they didn't move. I could have done something there. I could have smoked myself off. I could have smoked off my teammate and got him all the way up. Occasionally, I've had times, well, actually, kind of a few times, where somebody says, hey, I need to be picked up. And I start to pick them up, and I get scared after hearing steps, so I stop because I think they're closer than they are. And then I could have gotten them up. I had a lot of time there, about another 10 seconds than what I actually thought I had. You know, this all comes down to learning the game. The cheater issue is there, but not on as wide of a spectrum as it has been portrayed by a lot of the worst players or the bad players in operations. For you guys who are having a rough time with the game, analyze your own gameplay. This is not me talking crap to you, by the way. This is me letting you know as like a big brother. Look at yourself in the mirror, man. If you want to do better in this game, you're going to have to do something to be better. That's just how it is. Go to aim labs, go to Kovacs, whatever kind of aim training you prefer. Get yourself better. And aim isn't everything. It also comes down to aim sense and reaction time as well. But you're not going to get any better because you just said someone was cheating and you take no accountability for the actions that you made. All right? But this isn't to say that you're not correct some of the time. I would say 10% of the time when somebody is a bad player, they're right. Because there is about 10% of my games I've seen people who are cheating. I have about 450 something raids right now currently in the season, and that means about 40 to 45 times I've seen cheaters in it the whole time I've played, right? And I know it also comes down to, you know, if you saw the same cheater over and over again, because I think that's a different story, you know. But if you're just always complaining, this person must be cheating because I died to X, Y, and Z. How do you know they didn't hear you? How do you know they didn't have an arrow that went over your head? How do you know it wasn't a hack claw that gave you the little glitch thing on your screen and you didn't know any better? How do you know you weren't seen from across the map with you were running across? There's a lot of spots on Zero Dam that people know about where you can just look across and say, hey, there's actually a team over here, or there's shots happening over there. Think about the things you're complaining about. I think if we had less complaints from people who were just having a rougher time in the system against people who are legit, we would have those cheaters get banned a lot quicker. I do really want to be clear for a second. What I'm talking about is bad players, not anybody who's like an average player or above. So just to clarify. That is a separate issue to just the cheaters in general. I know that cheaters, there has to be something else we could do for the cheaters, but I think we would have a slightly easier time too if people weren't just complaining to complain and you analyzed yourself in your own gameplay. You know, analyze your own gameplay if you're a solo player. You know, you die instantly. You don't get a knockdown like you do on a team. You just die. That's it. It's just game over, bro. So look at how things are going for you. Now, I know part of my video was a little controversial, you know, for those who maybe watch it and you might feel like I was talking to you. You know, again, I want to reiterate, I'm not actually talking smack to you specifically. I just think that, you know, we can all learn from our gameplay and realize, like, hey, I could have done better in general. And by the time, before you know it, like, you prove so much that you realize, like, hey, like, maybe, you know, these people just actually outplayed me and they just did better in general. And I just want you to become a better version of yourself, not just in game, I guess, in general, you know, as a person. You know, nothing I said was just limited to the game. You can do this in real life as well. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for stopping by the channel. This was a new kind of content. I don't really know if I'm going to keep doing it or not. I know I want to do like real life advice stuff in the long run, but either way, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. And then as well, on Friday, I will be popping up the AKM build. Finally, it'll be the juiced start build and then a budget build as well for you guys to try out, so that those who, you know, want to have one of each, there you go. I'll put the, you know, codes in the bottom. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. See you later.